Hey everyone, I finished reading the latest issue of Power Rangers Ranger Academy, issue 10. A baby killed people. Okay, not a baby possessed by a cosmic entity killed people, but in my opinion that just makes it funnier. Mathis, Sage, and Lindy make it to Vela, Sage's home planet. I'm surprised after how meandering and time-wasting the comic has been up till now, they just skip over the entire space flight here. They easily could have dragged that out like a couple more issues before they got here. They land and bump into Tula. She's the one Ryanth saw at the end of last issue, I guess. Ryanth finally tells Sage the whole story from his point of view. When he was a student at Ranger Academy, Dark Spectre possessed and killed a junior Green Ranger. This spread paranoia throughout the school. 2 people were found dead by poisoning, and later an entire shuttle, the one Tula's sister Tashi was on, was sabotaged. It turns out Dark Spectre possessed Sage as a baby and did this. Okay, so even if they saw, like, a baby tinkering, they show Sage, like, with a wrench and some bolts nearby, so the implication is she did Dark Spectre possessed Sage to mess up the ship. Okay, cool, but wouldn't they have routine checks before they actually take off if there's the danger of a couple bolts being loose, making the whole thing blow up? Ranger Academy is a death trap. The Academy locked up baby Sage, and Zelon, one of Ryanth's friends, built a thingy to separate Dark Spectre from Sage or something. He wanted Ryanth's help, but Ryanth pussied out, and their other friends also did for some reason. Yeah, we're not gonna frickin' help a baby. We don't even know the baby. What if the baby's an asshole? Zelon used his device thingy on Sage, saving her, but turning him evil or something, and Ryanth killed him. So where's Dark Spectre now? If Dark Spectre, his possession power, whatever, moved from Sage to Zelon, and then Ryanth kills Zelon, where's Dark Spectre? Does killing Zelon kill that bit of Dark Spectre? Sage is conflicted about this new revelation. Lindy, meanwhile, finds out Ryanth has Zelon's device and demands to see it. He shows everyone the device, but says not to touch it, so of course they're gonna touch it. Sage talks to her father about the school not letting people be Green Rangers, asking if it was just an overreaction, and tells him that she's a Green Ranger now, and he's really proud of her. They then talk over Dark Spectre, spreading fear and distrust, and Sage goes on to say that she felt Zelon when she morphed, like he believed in her. Did she even know who Zelon was until now? Sage tells her father she wants to return to Ranger Academy. It feels like home. Ryanth is surprisingly okay with this now. They hear a loud noise and find Lindy doing something to Zelon's device. This is such a weird issue. First, the abrupt arrival on Vela, whatever. I was expecting an issue or two to take place on the shuttle. I'm also surprised Tula is just right there. Again, that's something they could easily have dragged out longer. Either have a whole issue with Tula going around doing whatever, or have the others land on Vela and Tula isn't there yet, she comes later or something, or Ryanth is like, oh, she was here but then she left, or she's on the planet but she's missing, they gotta go do some bullshit to find her. Any of those are like something I would have expected from Ranger Academy, but for whatever reason, no, it just skips right to the point, which cool on the one hand, but on the other hand, it's quite the change in pace. The flashbacks to Ryanth confronting Zelon differ from the security footage presented last issue. Then again, the security footage in that issue was different from the security footage in the previous issue to that one. So the first depiction of the security footage, Ryanth is morphed confronting Zelon, who's unmorphed, recoiling with baby Sage behind him. Second depiction, Ryanth confronts Zelon morphed along with at least 2 other Rangers. Zelon is morphed but without a helmet. Ryanth kills him while helmetless, and there is no baby Sage anywhere near Zelon. She's not even seen, period. I just realized in this instance, Zelon slashes at Nika. His glasses are barely visible, and with the blue tint, everyone's skin and hair look the same. So I thought this was just Ryanth getting attacked, or some generic character. I didn't realize this was supposed to be Nika. So the implication is that Nika's robot arm, I guess, came from this attack from Dark Spectre when he possessed Zealon. That's kind of important, kind of weird they completely omit this from the current issue. So, third depiction, this issue, Ryanth confronts Zealon, morphed but helmetless. Zealon is also morphed but helmetless. Baby Sage is lying in a crib behind Zealon, and they were alone. No other Rangers. Also, Sage is asleep. She's definitely not standing up, holding on to Zealon's leg like in the first depiction. These inconsistencies add an extra layer of confusing to everything, and it makes me wonder, so is the security footage tampered with? Is that a takeaway we're supposed to have? Or is Ryanth being an unreliable narrator? Because what he says does line up with what's come before, but the depiction in the artwork is so radically different from what's come before, and even the depiction of what happened before was different than what came before. I'm very confused. The mental visual of Baby Sage murdering people is kind of funny.
That thing is a killing machine!
Zealon's device gets no explanation here. No idea what it does or how it works. All I know is it does something to get Dark Spectre out of someone Dark Spectre has possessed, and reading this issue and thinking really deep about it and going deep into it made me realize, what is the deal with Dark Spectre? I don't know how Dark Spectre in this incarnation became all about possession. That is such a weird thing. That isn't a thing that he could do. He could drain Zordon's power. He could spit a fireball with some effort. I don't know. The Boom Comics have made up, like, an entirely new thing for Dark Spectre, which makes me wonder, why did they bother using Dark Spectre if they were just going to make up all their own powers for him? Like, if they wanted to use Dark Spectre, or if they wanted to use a character with these abilities, find a character with those abilities. I'm sure if you dig through Power Rangers even a little, you can find a character that could possess people. Like, I don't know, Omni from SPD. He possessed Grum. He brainwashed Mora and the A-Squad Rangers, possibly. Also, Mesagog brainwashed Elsa. Maybe we could use him? But no, for some reason we're using Dark Spectre. And you know, the more I read Ranger Academy, the more I'm thinking, you know, why isn't the bad guys like the SPD bad guys? Wouldn't that make so much more sense? Like, there's an interstellar threat threatening Ranger Academy. Why not have it be Grum? They've already shown Syrians, or whatever Doggy Kruger's people are called here. And then, yeah, then there's the whole thing with possession being a big theme. So yeah, why not Omni? Omni would fit perfectly. And that would be such a creative use for him, because God knows SPD didn't fucking know what to do with Omni. The writers also seem to be trying to distance themselves from the whole Green Rangers thing in this issue. It's really subtle, but you can kind of see them setting the foundational steps for trying to push past and ignore all the stuff the previous issues set up about Green Rangers. Last issue just passed right by Sage revealing her Green Ranger form to her friends, despite them building that up for several issues. This issue tries to play it all off as, oh well, Green Rangers were never technically forbidden. They just stopped giving people Green Ranger powers at the Ranger Academy. Even though colors were handed out by the Bandorian monks, who presumably don't have close contact with the school or whatever. What even are the Bandorian monks? What connection do they have to all this? Are they in danger from Dark Spectre? Should the school probably go, like, warn them or have someone go protect them or something? Whatever. It really doesn't line up with what's come before, and I'm curious to see how Green Rangers are going to be handled going forward in the comic. Will we just suddenly start seeing Green Ranger teachers, or teachers will just suddenly be casually talking about the accomplishments Green Rangers have had over the years? Which is something I wondered about before, because early on, like, everyone in the school is like, oh no, Green Rangers don't exist, but then Tula is like, Leo's one of the greatest Red Rangers ever. Well, like I kept saying, how are you going to explain Leo's story without Damon? Without Damon, nothing happens. And then there's that episode, the issue with Parents' Day, there's a White Ranger helmet balloon. So, like, okay, so the people at Ranger Academy are aware that there's students outside those couple of colors that they have for the Ranger Academy Rangers. Like, there's at least White Rangers, and where do they think the White Ranger came from? Where do they think Mighty Morphin White came from? Why do they think he exists? Did they think that he was just there from the beginning? Rita had the White Ranger coin from the beginning or something? So, yeah, Green Ranger rant out of the way for now. Again, that's the biggest sticking point with this comic is, like, that's such a bizarre premise. Like, who came up with the whole Green Rangers are forbidden and then now they're trying to backtrack it because they realize how freaking stupid it was? I'm wondering where the comic's going to go from here. I'm guessing Sage still retains some of Dark Spectre's influence. Or Lindy. She pretends to fix Zealon's device so the others can't use it, and she's been Dark Spectre all along. Or, Nika. Or the Headmaster. Or possibly it's Carter, the Zybrian kid from issues ago. He willingly fell down a pit and broke his leg so he wouldn't have to see the Bandorian monks. And could that possibly be because he knows they would see right through him, and they would know that he's Dark Spectre? Or he was just a frickin' idiot. I'm not sure who, but I'm pretty sure someone is going to have been under Dark Spectre's influence this whole time. Surely they wouldn't introduce the, new power of possession and then just not do anything with it, right? That has to be where they're going with it, right? Yeah, Ranger Academy is a weird comic. I don't really care for it. But I'm going to keep reading because, I'm so deep into it. And I feel like I'm probably one of the only people who's really deep into it and, analyzing it regularly. So, that's it for this one. Hope you enjoyed it. See ya.
That thing is a killing machine!